Probably not. Okay, let's do it like that. Okay, we are in the game. We have pressed the button for the camera things, and we are seeing Imperial move towards the mid lane. I say that, but there's already one that's already coming from a different angle. We have Ace Ursa, Baby Knight on the OD, Hester Joe Rotten on the Darkseer, Rise on the Oracle, and then last but not least, it is Noya on the support Spearbreaker. On the side of Secret, Pyladi's Witch Doctor is there, and he'll be supporting MP's Juggernaut. With mid one playing his signature Invoker, and the off lane, it will be Forever on his Timbersaw, and we'll see where Puppy will go with his Ogre Magi, but he might be just roaming around a bit, seeing where he fits best. I don't... There should be a first blood before 3 minutes.
But hopeful, wishful
thinking. Can we still we can still change?
Yeah, you can wait till the very last second to decide.
I mean...
Oh, they're going bottom. They may have the opportunity.
We'll just do 3 minutes. In the first 3 minutes, we'll see.
I think it either happens at the rune or it's not going to happen.
Okay, well then. It's not going to happen.
Both going bottom rune though.
Okay. 30 seconds. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. Let's see how this is going to go then. You see, Ignite already comes off on the OD. The charge is there. Cask is bouncing around a bit. Still taking a lot of damage there. Is gonna get saved though. I don't think that anybody is actually gonna die. The Sunstrike actually misses. Hester Joe should be able to get out just fine. Has got a salve as well. And in the meantime, on the top lane, Ace is chasing down Forever. Is missing him. He doesn't see him. Look at that. He's not there.
Now he's grabbing the creep wave.
And the charge is on.
Could get back to his tower, or is he even going to timber chain with the creep wave?
No. He's not even alone. There's also Rise. Let's see if they can. They can't do it. That's close. Close. Okay. I think that is mostly if you talk a little louder or put your microphone more in front of you.
Yeah, some people think I'm mic.
Yeah, it might cut out sometimes. Yeah, it's just hey, we missed it.
We got first blood though. Nice.
Yeah, we won the prediction, guys.
It didn't happen at the rune. It happened a little bit after.
It happened a little bit after, but you know, might have missed it. But we're all looking out for your quality, seeing if we can fix the microphone. I think it's just cut off sometimes, so just talk a little bit louder. That's all. Is all, and otherwise I'll let OD look at it after. Okay, so this is a dual mid lane situation. As we got an Ogre and a Spirit Breaker assisting the respectively Invoker and OD.
And if the supports, the Ogre is the scary one of the cores, the OD is slightly scarier than the Invoker, so we'll see how much that kind of affects things that come to play. But what's that?
Oh well. Yep, that happened. It's a little bit weird going for the charge without a bash anyway. You kinda want a bash.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not that big of a threat until you hit that level 2.
Yeah. Otherwise it's a bit of a waste regardless. Okay, so Forever should be okay here on this top lane. We'll get a little bit of harassment from Ace, but overall I think he should be able to get the levels just fine, and he has got the speed regen for the Mango as well.
That's the important thing, is not dying and getting levels. You need farmers Timbersaw, but by getting levels it means you can get involved in fights and kind of come back. We saw like a struggling game from Mind Control and Timbersaw recently, which is what, giving up kills, not getting levels. Had to go back to the jungle. You don't want to have to fall into the jungle as a Timbersaw. You're not the best Iron Talon hero, so just making sure you can at least stay in lane and be there, leeching up as much XP as possible.
Yeah, just being there is enough in that case, and it should be okay for the Timbersaw, especially since both of the supports have showed up in the middle lane. Both Rise and Noya are here. In the meantime, free farm for MP it feels. Sure, he's up against the Darkseer, and it's not very easy to do that, but Andy got first blood, so he's fine in that regard.
Yeah, that makes a big difference for him, killing the Darkseer early on.
And Darkseer is afraid to come back.
Yeah, he's sitting back with Iron Shell. The problem is if you're just throwing an Iron Shell from afar, you're not really getting XP from the wet lane, and you're also not even getting last hits all the time, because Jug, it's very easy to deny against this. I say that as MP. This is one
of course. You know, it's
very easy to deny.
Yeah.
And it's just not really ideal. I mean, Darkseer only has the 16, as Juggernaut 14, the 10. It can deny there against the Darkseer, so that you can already see that he is prioritizing the denies because of the way the Iron Shell works.
Puppy Ogre with his bloodlusts. That will probably be the only thing you'll see from him this game, guys. Or at least for a long time. He's just going to ignite the lust.
Yep, that's pretty standard ogre stuff these days.
Ooh.
Straightforward escape before. We'll see how much longer you can actually stay in this lane. Ursa, good against the Timbersaw, of course, because of the way the Fury Snipers can stack up, and after a certain point, if you get 3 or 4 right clicks on you as Timber, you just can't go to lane because of the kill potential in the lane.
Okay, well, let's see if Imperial can recover a little bit, because so far their laning stage is looking pretty grim. Their mid lane is not doing great. Their top lane is, well, it's probably the only one doing slightly okay, but it's still doing worse than its counterpart on the bottom lane for Team Secret.
This is the Ogre effect. Ogre is just... He's really the best mid laner in the game right now, in some weird way, because mid lane seems to be won based on support presence, and Ogre is by far, to me, the best support to have lingering around. He can bloodlust your mid, and he can, most importantly, ignite the enemy mid and just trade blows. He doesn't care about being on the enemy high ground, tanking a creep wave to harass because of how high armor he has. So, Ogre is just absolutely the best hero to have as a mid laner on your team.
Yeah, I really like this skill build from Pilot Eye as well, going for the Maledict. It's great against Darkseer because you know he's going to get away from that cask anyway, but being able to do a large amount of damage during the cast that he does get hit in, and that gets, well, after Fido.
You can combine that with a Sunstrike or something. You're looking good. This Sunstrike could kill the Darkseer. Doesn't look like he's going to shoot it out though.
Oh, he's going for, or rather Noya is going for the charge on Pilot Die. Might even be enough for a kill, but in comes MP. He has the spin available as well. That should be a kill. Surge, Noya. No, he's okay. He's fine. I was never worried.
Poker has mana. I guess he's busy CSing and not seeing what's happening bottom lane, because both those heroes were in kill range for a Sunstrike. First the Maledicted hero, and second the low HP Spirit Breaker. Looks like it's available, but perhaps just didn't get the info he needed. So throw that scan. Where's that scan at? Get that vision and...
Don't worry, it's gonna come.
Denied.
I have faith. Come on, Dendy.
Dendy, this is a Na'Vi alliance. Wrong game, Kiva.
I know, but I'm watching them with a Sunstrike. Dendy Sunstrike.
Yeah. Well, nice Sunstrike attempt, but yeah, a bit of miscommunication. I mean, that's gonna happen. You're playing with players who speak 3 different languages here, or more than 3 different languages. Mid one, not the most comfortable English speaker. Same for the 2 South Korean players.
Oh, Omni Slash. The charge is on for MP though. Anoya is full back, full alive. The cask does hit, but I don't think it's gonna... it's fine. It's not gonna kill anybody, but it's also just stop in his tracks and make sure that that Juggernaut can get away just fine.
Does put the Omni Slash on cooldown, so this bottom lane gets a lot more manageable for Imperial. They can keep the Darkseer Spirit Breaker down here once they've healed up a bit, and continue to contest things, so it does make life that little bit easier. Doug will have to be careful. He's going to be kind of low on HP mana for a bit, and keep an eye on some of these other lanes. First, Ace. What's he doing? Phase, Windlace. Just to see if he goes into the Lifesteal or the Blink Dagger. Those are kind of the 2 main options. How fast you want to get a Blink, and how much you want to prioritize being able to take out Roche with the map.
Well, he's maxing out his Fury Swipes. We've seen a lot of Ursas lately going for max out Urshock as well. Or is it only if you're mid Ursa?
You can go for it either way. It's a spell that has such a short cooldown that getting a couple points in it is really good. The slow gets increased, the damage gets increased, so it's going to be 2 different ways of playing it, whether you want to go for more in the overcharge versus the shock.
Fair enough. Mid one gets away. Again, there Puppy just standing strong, making sure nobody's gonna pass him, nobody's gonna dive the tower when there's an ogre around. It's too risky. And he sometimes has to go back to base to get his mana back up, but he's always back in time to help out his teammate. Nice, gets Sunstruck as well with the cold snap being there. He does get the cold snap back off, but doesn't matter. Nice kill there for mid one.
Yeah, nicely placed Sunstrike to start off that kill, and suddenly Secret finding themselves up a couple of kills. They're farming across the board. Timbersaw, the one here that's not farming great as far as their cores go, but it's an offlane Timbersaw, and he's got his levels. He's hit level 6 already. and has Arcane Boot. So realistically, he's got the items he needs. He hasn't stacked up points in his passive as well. That's the other thing. If you're an offlane Timbersaw and you're only getting levels by massing points in your passive, you're not going to be able to do much damage. But he's got this build where he can actually go for kills because of the Timber Chain.
Yeah. And he is was successfully harassing Ace away there as well.
Yeah, this lane's suddenly looking a whole lot better now that he's level 7, and even Puppy showing up at the top lane as well.
Puppy roaming around so much is costing him a little bit of levels, but I think that's okay, right? He's level 4 right now. I mean, compare that to the Oracle. Oracle's still level 3 even. He's just fine. Timbersaw also higher in net worth than his counterpart Darkseer.
Very concerning laning stage for the side of Imperial. They're just not getting the impact they'd want from certain heroes. The Spiritbreaker Darkseer haven't really won their lane. They've in fact straight up just lost it down bottom, giving up the kills they did. The OD at mid is struggling to get farm, and Invoker's crushing him in CS as more than double. And then the Ursa hasn't really successfully zoned out the Timbersaw. The pseudo counterpick is not dominating the lane as much as you'd like. So I think across the board it's a big secret win in this lane.
Well, let's see if Imperial can pull that a little bit straight by getting a kill on the Timbersaw for Rev. Timber Chain doesn't hit, and they get the kill. Very nicely done. That Timber Chain just a little bit too short to make it to the other side.
Tried to go for the long one, and he had to get far away. He had the level 4, so it was perhaps close, but just a little bit too far away from safety.
Is that enough to, like for Imperial, how many of those ganks do they need to do to set the record straight?
That gank on itself is not going to change all too much. That's going to be Secret making the next move.
Okay.
But with that Fortune's End landing, they will stop the aggression. They realistically need to just, kind of talk about their lineup, and what it's looking to do is looking to fight a lot around the 15-minute mark with the Iron Shell, with the potential Darkseer mech. They don't want to sit back and play a farming game. They're not going to be able to out-farm Secret, so it can't just be one gank. It's got to be a gank into follow-up gank, into tower, into another fight. They need to play super aggressive Dota. They just need a few small items to do it. Get like a level 6 on your Spirit Breaker, have an urn, have a 4-star on the OD. Just get these basic, cheap, cost-effective items, get your level 6 on your support, and then they're going to take all the fights they can.
Out of all the Darkseers we've seen today, this is probably the most poor one at this stage of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a pretty miserable time. Normally, see Dark having a bad lane, he just goes back into the jungle.
Yeah,
but he's
why didn't he do that?
I think it's just a bit stubborn in some ways because of the draft. You see this Spirit Break in your team and you're thinking, we picked this draft to contest the offlane, so even when you have a bad start, you're thinking, okay, I had a bad start, but let's try and fix this. Let's just keep going back. But realistically, they would have just been better sacking that offlane and just straight up going and saying, hey, look, yeah, we wanted to pressure that lane, but it's not working. Let's just we leech XP with Spirit Breaker, but just straight up jungle the Darkseer. Well,
they went to it eventually, but it will take a while before he has his mechanism ready. Let's put it that way. In the meantime, that bottom lane is free to farm for whoever Team Secret wants to give farm, which at the moment is for Ev. Putting the Juggernaut up top, making Ursa's life more difficult.
What can you do with Juggernaut? He's got Raindrops, Blade Fury, he's got Phase Yasha, so he's very fast and mobile, and that's not the hero you need to gank. They're going to just move Ace out of that top lane straight to Roshan, something that was actually pinged out, I believe, by the side of Secret.
Was it not? I thought it was maybe the OD. It was either OD or Juggernaut.
Yeah, that's it. It looked yellow to me, but I'm also not good with colors. Didn't do very well in my preschool colors art classes, so who knows.
So the Sunstrike comes out, and I don't think that he does see the Ursa come out, so they know this is going on. I'm not sure if they're going to be on time. They are not going to be on time, and there is now a Timbersaw stuck on the high ground. He will be able to get himself out. In the meantime, mid one might not be so lucky though, as he is charged, he is dying, and he is dead. Let's put it that way. He died.
Healing a lot in the Astral.
He didn't die.
Yeah, he was. So the Astral would have killed him if he didn't heal, but all the heals from the Purifying Flames. That's actually a really bad. I mean, people look at normally OD Oracle, it's really good. You can spam Purifying Flames over and over again with the aura, but that was a situation where it actually saved the Invoker because he's healing inside the Astral. That's where the nuke stopped coming out. If they actually didn't Astral and just used like a couple more Purifying Flames, they would have got the kill.
And they also didn't have detection.
Yeah, that too. The Astral worked against them, so that's a unfortunate circumstance for Imperial.
Yeah. The Darkseer died also for that one. The Juggernaut actually got him on top during Roshan attempt. So overall, Imperial, they get the Roshan, they get the Aegis. Not bad. But they just need to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Getting the Aegis is one thing. It's even with Roshan money, they're still really far behind if you look at the net worth on their cores. The 3 of the top 4 are all on that Radiant side and pretty far ahead. If you take into consideration OD and Darkseer and how poor they are, yeah, 4,000 gold lead. It's not pretty for Team Imperial with Roshan. So this Aegis has to be turned to good fights, good towers, just good brawling in general. Triple null Talisman from Baby now. That's definitely signs you're having a bad game, but...
This is a smoke gang, by the way. Highlight die. For they want to and get Baby Knight. He has not gotten Astral Imprisonment right now. There needs to be some extra backup though. The meantime, Invoker does have a fall down with the mid-tank of the Darkseer and the Spirit Breaker, but the fight is here. They get the OD right. That we Dr. Holt to it. He's doing a lot of damage to him, and it's enough to get the kill.
Even with an Aegis, he could just be killed twice, so yeah, he scurries himself out of there.
I mean, there's still an Omni-Slash available as well.
Wasn't Invoker death? I guess that's some good news.
Yeah.
I'd say, where did he die? I didn't think he was at that fight. He was at mid.
Spirit Breaker and Darkseer, he's got him.
Okay.
And that was, I think, the first Spirit Breaker level 6. Oh, not level 6. Never mind. He's already level 8 now. Surely he got a lot of levels killing that Invoker. Level 11.
Invoker Jug duo are going to be a problem, and they realized, like, okay, the Jug's online, let's not get Timbersaw online, because you don't want Timbersaw to be playing recovery mode. This is a hero that needs his bloodstone, his items to be effective, so they're giving him the easy fill on the map. They're sending MP to some of the tougher lanes to be farming, but it hasn't stopped MP from farming. Still top of the network, still having a good game, and Imperial have a lot more to answer for if they are to turn this game back in favor. They are not playing a comeback lineup, they're not playing a farming lineup. They've got to go fight. They also just don't push towers all that well, so they really need to find the kills if they ever want to take objectives.
They want to try to find the kills on this bottom lane. They've rotated all 5 heroes here. There was a scan just a moment ago from Team Secret though, and that scan saw people from Imperial next to their tier 1 tower bot lane, so they knew that they were coming this way, and they have backed up. They're basically giving the tower away if they would want to have it. But they would take the other tower on top tier 1 in return, and that is a trade that Imperial doesn't want to take. They want to fight. And it doesn't look like they can, or can they? Ursa actually jumps up on mid 1, has to back off again, does get the Maledict on him as well. In the meantime, Timbersaw actually leaves in the back of the fight, or he kills off the Spirit Breaker, will end up dropping to Ace. And Ace still has an Aegis as well.
Timber, whoa, he dropped fast.
He dropped very fast.
Between Ursa and Oracle, you have 2 of perhaps the best burst damage heroes in the game at the 15-minute mark, and he blew him up.
Well, that's a 1-for-1, but a trade that Imperial will take for now. Because, I mean, you're saying that Imperial's a team that needs to fight all the time, so at this point, even trading, is that even enough for them?
It's not really enough for now, but it's at least, it's still favorable, because they're killing a higher priority target in the Timbersaw. They're trading a support for a core. You're also behind, so any kind of 1-for-1 trade, even if they're heroes of equal value, is better for you when you're behind, but considering their lineup is designed to fight and win fights and take kills and win the game by getting kills, it's a worry that they're not getting enough. This is starting to get better though. Again, you've got to just keep going from kill to kill. And I think a big part of doing that is making sure they have the right vision. They had the Observer Ward there to set up that charge, allowing Noia to lead the way. And having this kind of wards up is going to be instrumental for Imperial if they want to keep playing this aggressive DOTA.
And they translated it into its of course as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So Imperial getting a little bit more of a solid footing on this game right here. There's loads of teleported actually. They want to fight. There's Noia. It's going to be a charge away. The tower is still on the
going with the car. Stop the charge.
Stop the speed, and we'll get the kill as well. They do lose the tower. It doesn't get the knight, but good kill. But I don't think that Imperial, again, I don't think they're too sad about that. They got the kill on the Invoker. They got the tower. And it's good. On to the next one. They didn't seem to want to focus on the top tier 1 tower though. Unfortunately for them.
Yeah, the bottom and mid are the ones that help secure you Roche better, because they're the 2 towers close to the Roche. That top tier 1 tower pro, it's just lower value. So, that's a cute little word.
This is Juggernaut in the box.
Yeah, that's that. seen that ward before.
Oh. What about the cat, you know? Well, that was probably maybe a Nexon thing. Baby Knight.
4-star, he has an item.
Full build talisman build.
Yeah, tough time. No kill movement for him, but he's kind of the one trying to use the space from the Ursa Spirit Breaker to just farm away, get some items. But the 4-star can at least come to some fight now. But he needs to make sure if he is going and taking and getting involved, taking part, he needs to not be dying, because it's going to completely ruin his game and his ability to scale into the late game if he's going down in those fights.
Yeah, let's see. It looks like Team Secret wants to try and make something happen here. Same thing goes for Imperial, though. They're all in that dire jungle. They don't need a smoke to do that, as there's almost no vision on Team Secret. There is actually literally no vision for Team Secret in terms of wards. No wards up. One observer in the hands of Pile I Die. That's all there is. Let's see if Imperial can make a play. It doesn't look like they want to try it just now. There's a lot of people missing from the map, and they are a little bit hesitant to fight into something that they are not entirely sure of who's behind the juggernaut that they see on the map.
It's always a riskier to go for when he's got all the defensive tools, the Blade Fury, the Manta Style, and here goes Secret. They've smoked up there. Seeing and sensing weakness in Imperial, they want to go fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the target. Omni Slash as well. Omni Slash while charging away.
Good choice to use it, because you know he's going to charge away, so you can kind of, as you say, follow him while he's charging away. There's actually a medallion on Ogre. This is not an item we see, but it's kind of like a knock at this item. It makes you even tankier. It also allows you to throw it on someone like the Invoker, one of your cores that's being hit by the Ursa. Having fast solar crest against Ursa is amazing.
Oh, Ace.
Oh,
they get the smoke and the cast off the board. He does so much damage. He does not have an Aegis anymore. He's not going to get a kill on the Tumor Saw though, but let's see that Paul's promise. Yeah, he did indeed, and he will be okay.
Oh, good turnaround.
Yeah, Wish Factor was dead as well in that fight. They do lose the tier 1 tower, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely okay, considering they got 2 key kills. They took down the Timbersaw, who loses Bloodstone charges, a newly picked up item for him, and Secret just didn't really have the best follow-up. They fought without the Omni Slash because they used that for the Spirit Breaker. They were playing without it, and something that Imperial do manage to punish, so a good time to win a fight. You know that Roche is going to be coming up like sometime in the next 2 to 3, 4 minutes or so. And you can kind of look to just take control of the Radiant jungle, get some vision and some wards up around that area. And so we'll see what the next moves are going to be. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure what that message meant. I never saw that before.
I've never seen that in my life.
So I'm just going to see if that, oh.
Frame thing.
Whoop. Oh yeah.
There we go.
There we go. We're good. It happened at the exact same moment as a pause, so it kind of got me worried for some reason. Okay, so let's take a look at how the game is looking right now, because Secret was ahead for quite a bit in terms of laning stage. They came ahead of the laning stage, but it was Imperial that needed to go for the aggression.
Mm-hmm.
They did, got some kills, and Team Secret kind of fell flat.
Yeah, and I'd say about 13 minutes to 25 minutes is where Imperial are meant to be strongest. So the question is really, have they done enough during this period? They managed to reduce Secret's lead. To me, it's going to come down to the next Roshan. If Imperial can get a kill, secure Roshan, and then play around the Aegis really well, then I think it's safe to say they've done enough and they've got themselves in a position to win this game. And even at that point, it doesn't even feel like it's a dominant position. It's just a position where they maybe have a slight advantage, because right now it still feels like they're slightly playing from behind. Yeah. Just because Secret's draft is more of a late game lineup. They've got Jug, they've got 3 cores, the Jug and Gut. Heroes that don't really shine yet. Invoker especially takes a lot of items to be a big scary threat. So Imperial, next Aegis, and next 5 minutes is really the big important stage in my mind.
I know what went wrong. We lost all in-game audio, and the stream did as well.
Oh, sorry, quick stream. Rip to audio. We can maybe fix it after this game, I guess.
Yeah, if they can, and they can still hear us, so we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Radiant's
God.
bottom tower is under
Peculiar.
attack.
Oh no, yeah. This is a tricky combination to find. Who are you gonna go for? You're gonna go. He's gonna get back up. He's gonna get actually a lot of
He's
backup.
telling his team, like, I see them. They want to kill the Jug first, they will respect the cap.
Yeah. Well, the Jock is already dead with Wixrock put on the sidelines for a bit. Then Pilot will, yeah, quickly follow suit.
Yep.
Very sad.
Yeah. Didn't feel as brutal without the Ursa swiping sounds, you know? So like a much more mild and calm death.
Yeah. Okay, I have a new job. You make the sound.
You're the play-by-play cast,
Oh,
Shearer.
shit.
Your play-by-play is now just making the whoosh. What's the TP sound? Can you do a TP sound?
No.
Dire's bottom tower
Close
is under
enough, no.
attack.
It's a very annoying sound. I mean, that's close enough.
Radiant's top
Surge
tower
sound like?
is under attack.
Soul Ring sound. Soul Ring's got a good sound to it.
Yeah, but
Have to
good
do
luck
sound
trying to
effects.
copy that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying
Radiant's
to make
top
digital
tower is
sound.
under attack.
We need Slacks for that. He could do it.
We
Why is he
really
left
do
us?
need Slacks for that.
Slacks
Is
is
he
still
awake
here.
yet? I don't think so. He said he would be waking up at 5 p.m. So.
Okay. When Slacks is up, bring him in in the place of having Dota 2 sound. You
Yeah.
have Slacks.
That would be amazing. Can't wait for that. I can try to see if I can fix it. Will it? No, this is where it's tricky. Otherwise,
Something with the,
otherwise Owen will
the
shout at
focus,
me.
right? Probably.
Yeah,
Not sure what happened. Or the software.
probably the software.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll find out what happens, guys.
They're casting Navi Alliance, you know, they got places to be, El Clasicos to cast. All that action happening over on the other BTS stream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they actually heard Toby shouting in the background. That's
That was
quite
him
funny.
trying to do the Dota 2 sound.
Oh, he would actually be really good at that, I think.
Yeah, probably. I could see that. Versus really farm. Normally here that doesn't keep up in terms of net worth. But
Yeah.
because of the kills, taking Roshan. There we go. So he got the second Aegis without a fight. He's ready to fight. He's going to hit level 16 soon. Ace is the player that can turn this game in Imperial's favor. If anything, at this point, probably fairly close in net worth. They've managed to get a few key kills on 4 heroes, and just need to keep up this fast tempo game.
It's pretty impressive that he hasn't died yet, indeed.
Yeah.
And same thing goes for Puppy, actually. Ogre Magi, who's 004.
Puppy never loses a fight.
I'm just gonna let that one hang for a second.
I deserve that silence.
I'm like, should I respond? No. Okay, they jump in, they get the ogre. That's a nice kill. I mean, a caster curse hasn't died yet. Did die right now. Sorry, Puppy. And maybe.
Oh, yay! We're right about something.
Dude,
Wow.
that's everything.
So
oh,
we're discussing
almost
downstairs. Is there any rewards
Oh,
predictions?
shit.
I don't get anything. We looked in the compendium and there's no prediction.
Yeah, and
Not
I
at any
think
point.
you're gonna be right with the crit thing of the Juggernaut. He's not gonna get
Oh,
to that.
yeah.
He's only had like the highest crit so far is, or highest damage so far is 2 something.
If the game goes like 50, 60 minutes and he gets like KBs
Yeah.
and butterflies, then you'll see it. But to get a 500 plus crit, you need a long, long game. Because Jug's crit's not like a PA crit. Doesn't crit for enough.
Yeah.
But
Maybe Ursa can do the damage. And a really long fight. If there's a really tanky person, it's not gonna be for F, I think, though. He's actually dying fairly fast in these fights.
yeah, that Ursa's, with enough fury, it's fine. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe Ursa gets a DD. Again, DD Jug, there you go, you've got a 500 crit. There's DD Ruins is the other kind of.
Let's do it, MP.
ability.
He gets himself to the Fusel Blade. That's great.
Yep. Doing pretty well here.
Yeah.
Imperial, though, the ones who want to keep playing this tempo. If it goes late, though, I mean, you look at Invoker, again, this is where the Ursa is going to kind of struggle to fight into some of these heroes.
Let's see if Imperial can find this fight, because they are looking for it. Like, they really want to fight. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean they've got the
age.
ages. They know that this game is not gonna go as well for them the longer it goes. Perhaps, I mean, if OD manages to keep on farming, it's really been Baby Knight just in farm as much as possible kind of mode. He doesn't really go to the fights with his team. He's telling his team, I'm only going to go to fights that I know I'm going to get killed and stay alive. But for now, he's slowly climbing his way back up in terms of net worth, and he's got to be the answer to the Invoker in the late game.
I thought they were gonna smoke.
On Secret?
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but they only
They
want to do it if they know Imperial is split up, because you don't want to team fight so much right now.
No, they did get the counter word going as well, so they know that's up, and they know this is up. And there's a charge. Run, puppy! You didn't die for a very long time, and are you gonna die twice? No, sorry, not today. Tornado lifts up 2 in the air. They will be able to get the counter going as an Imperial gets the words from a secret down. Really nicely done.
Again, Imperial are not really finding the kills they're hoping for. They are managing to get some good map control, take some towers and objectives, so it's kind of like a consolation prize. Ideally, they want to get some kickoffs and then get the towers, but the towers at least is something. It just feels like a very slow pace for Ursa draft with an Aegis. Normally you see Ursa with an Aegis and it's like bang, 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 fight, diving towers, getting kills, and then as an afterthought you take a tower. It feels like Secret is doing a really good job of avoiding them and keeping away from any kind of engagement.
Yeah.
But
Well, so first mid one, he's starting to look pretty stacked as well. Actually, his highest net worth on the map now.
Invoker things, I guess. You farm so fast, the Alacrity, Fort Spirit, Midas.
So the question I have regarding Invoker, or rather the struggle that I have with Invoker, is that sure you can have loads of net worth, you can be on top of the net worth chart, but transferring that amount of net worth into actual impact in a team fight seems difficult.
Against non-BKB, it's pretty good, but I think it's good that Ursa and OD don't have BKBs yet, because you want to have a long duration BKB in the late game.
Yeah.
So if your BB gets down to 5 seconds, that's when Invoker starts doing really well, becomes a strong hero again. So we'll see them probably pick up BKB just like a late game I pick up. Ursa may not need to because of the except, so maybe not even a consideration for him. But for now, still just playing that kind of farming mode. Imperial gets the Lincolns on the OD, so still looking bit by bit better for Baby Knight. To think how badly he got wrecked at the lane stage, he had to buy 3 Mel Talismans and just play this very defensive style OD. It's at least a little bit better than it used to be.
Yeah, Imperial is once again in their enemy's jungle. Team Secret happen to have that much map control for a little while. They try. They're able to counter towards some of Imperial's worth, but Imperial is still the one that tries to go for the fights more than Team Secret is, so still getting that map control going for them and applying the pressure as well, and maybe are gonna get their wish of getting a fight here on this bottom lane. Both Team Secret and Imperial are gathering, just Invokers missing. Let's see if Imperial can get that initiation. They really want it. They are gonna jump in. Ace is the first one. Jumping on those and Magi, but Ace. Oh, can he actually do something here? He can't find his target. There is a lot of damage going through, and the Timber Saw is not going to make it. Witch Doctor is already dead, but Ursa still gets the kill with the curse. As in, Ursa dies with the curse.
Ideal outcome for Imperial. I guess they'll get the T2 tower as well, but here comes Secret, look to fight back.
Yeah, there's the Juggernaut. Oh, he gets put on the right as he goes to the office side, I think. Yeah, he actually... Oh, he didn't use it, never mind. I was using there for a second. Tornado into stun, so Noya can't charge away this time. Drops down. The rest of Imperial managed to make it back to base.
So overall, pretty good hold from Secret. They do buy back the Witch Doctor there in the end. Pai's net worth really kind of tanks it, but he's got Ghost Scepter, which is at least something against the Ursa. He's not going to be able to easily deal with that. He doesn't really want to fill one of his limited item slots with a Diffusal Blade at this point. Perhaps just going to hope for the stuns of Spirit Breaker or the Fortune's End of an Oracle to help him out, purge it off.
Yeah.
And the longer this game keeps going, the better it is for Secret. So again, it just doesn't really feel like enough for Imperial in that kind of a fight. I like the idea to go for the Shadow Blade just because it allows you to kind of play that scouting type role as an Ursa to set up the kills and then use the tools a bit later when you need to jump to someone. But Secret were ready for it. They had the sentry ward on the ground. They saw him come in. They got him with the Maledict. They did enough damage. It just wasn't really the ideal outcome for Imperial in that fight.
He was still doing quite a bit of damage during that time, though. I mean, you're right, he got tornadoed up in the air and stuff, but overall,
yeah, the Oracle always helps
still
guarantee it. You pop the false promise on him, and even if he's going to die, at least he deals damage before he goes down. So, see what he goes for, I guess, this next item. I feel like he needs something to give a bit of survivability, be it the Ag Scepter or the BKB.
Yeah. Well, Imperial, they're still looking for those fights, I guess, or at least still sticking together and wanting to go for things. Again, Ace on the front lines looking for a target. Maybe Piladai is going to be the one this time, but again, Team Secret is just very conservative with their positioning. They're very careful. The moment they don't know what's going on, it's not great.
Yeah, and I think they want to play the long game too, just because they feel very confident about how the lineup works and functions in the late game with a high level, high farmed Invoker. Invoker just gets better. It's one of the few heroes that actually gets stronger, like with levels past level 16. Most heroes just getting some stats like become slightly better carries, but Invoker, his spells, then his options just actually become that much more powerful later on in the game.
Yeah, just waiting the time. Fighting time rather. Yule, that's the Dark Spear up there, and comes the stun as well inside the shotgun. Do they have the damage to take him down? I think they do. There is another Yule, because why not? To set up for that Sunstrike.
Style points.
Yep, very nicely done, and clean kill overall, and that is Team Secret taking a kill without getting a trade for it. Yep. And I think that's one of the first one that Imperial loses without getting anything in return.
Yeah, they've had a good kind of run here, but it's really taking them a lot of time and effort. The low kill score is very much a sign that the game's going well for Secret overall. Yeah. I think Imperial, if they looked at this draft and said what are kind of their markers for a good game at 30 minutes, they'd be saying, oh, we want like a kill a minute or at least close to a kill a minute. They would be taking Roshan and using that to play very aggressive, and just haven't found that aggressive tempo that is needed to take it to Secret. And this time it's going to be Ace and Keys in the hands of Secret. Imperial, that is actually unable to contest this.
Yeah, they knew what was going on too. They scanned it, and they just weren't fast enough.
Right.
That being said, Team Secret does take the Roshan very fast at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it actually will require a 6-slotted jug for DD to beat 500. Wait, no, you predicted over 500 actually. Oh,
yeah.
We need the DD rune.
We need the DD rune. My bad.
It could happen, don't worry.
You should have gone with your prediction.
No,
you know, also, they have like 3 options. Why would they put the other 2 options are never gonna happen?
It's more, I think they just have a default set of options, so if there's like a PA in the game, they don't change the options based on the heroes in the game.
Fair enough, I guess
like
some heroes have better chances than others.
I guess it's really the only one. Sven, I guess, with Daedalus can always do like 1k push.
By the way, guys, we are aware that there is no in-game sounds, and we'll try to get it fixed before the next game. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Team Secret, I would say, are ahead, right?
Yeah. And
yeah.
Strategically ahead, gold-wise, XP-wise, not really. It's not really. It's relevant, of course.
So what's their plan?
Sit back, I guess.
Really?
There's so little like Imperial could do to win it. It's kind of an odd thing to say. Like they don't have to do anything. The pressure is on Imperial to make the plays happen. But with that said, Secret just got themselves Aegis and Cheese. So if there's a time to go, it's trying to make a aggressive maneuver using these items. The Invoker is getting very powerful and scary. Level 17, not quite at that full potential yet, but Jug going for a BKB, so maybe an item they potentially wait for here. But for Secret, they don't even have to get a lane of racks with this Aegis. This is just like chill time for them. If they really want, they can use this Aegis and Cheese just to keep farming and maintain this level of late game progression, because the progression for Imperial just is not matching them right now. Not even in terms, like again, the graph showed a very even game, but it's more the way the heroes are matching up. Spirit Breaker, just last game with the VP, actually, they had a really good start, and Spirit Breaker just dropped off so fast. Ursa, similar story, where he's just not going to dish out as much damage later on. The good news is, again, that he can still go for the BKB in the late game, which means 10-second BKB versus Invoker.
Oh, Twilight Eye and Puppy are gonna be the target. He's going to charge, but he's already behind the Keeper Tower. Mid-1 gets himself out. They get him, though. The second one, Mid-1 has the cheese. He'll be okay. Can't say the same for Puppy, though. He's dead. Twilight Eye charged by 8. Oh, no, there's no way. He's gonna forever try to come in to save him, but I think that's gonna be his death as well. I think this is a fight that Imperial is gonna be very happy with, as long as they don't get caught out. That one. It's gonna be 2, most likely.
I didn't see him escaping post Astral.
No, I don't think so either. And Ace is still there. And he gets cold snap. And the vacuum actually helps out getting MP closer to that Ursa. They're turning this around. MP blink forward, wants to go for Hesijo. Hesijo is trying to teleport out, but he won't be able to. There, Rule Steps. There's plenty on this team. 4 dead. It started so well. It started so well for Imperial. But then there's a buyback from the Ogre, and then everything turns around.
They use so much on that initial engagement where they don't kill the Invoker but the cheese. I'm sure they'd probably taken note, like, okay, he doesn't have the Aegis. Aegis is elsewhere, it's on the Jug. If we can kill and burst down the Invoker, we can win the fight. And they found the Invoker, but they just didn't quite have the cheese stun to prevent him from getting the cheese off, because with the charge and the nether strike onto the Invoker. So they've used the majority of their stuns, and as a result, Imperial get put on the back foot. They've got no Ursa buyback. Darkseid can, but it may just be a laner for us. So I don't think fighting without the Ursa is going to be a possibility.
Yeah, I think that's why the Darkseid is not buying back. It's like, why bother and try not to die, because this is a very bad time to die for you as well, Baby Knight. I love that MP actually went for the Darkseer, knowing that the Ursa would already die by his teammates. That was just good awareness right there, so very well done. And Team Secret will take the melee racks and back off. And they win a fight, they get racks. Imperial win a fight, and they take too big of a hit themselves to make anything happen afterwards.
Yeah. And I mean, for Imperial again, we talked about what does Secret do. They've got HCs. They just sat back and wait for Imperial to come to them. And there's so much pressure on Imperial to make the moves because of the nature of their draft. It's not going well into the late game, and it's a draft that wants to be aggressive and be the playmakers. But we saw there, Secret just have the answers now. They've got the levels, they've got the farm they need. They've reached this point where they can take these fights. And when they ran outside their base, even if, let's say, Invoker does die, he could have potentially just fought back and won the fight very easily for Secret. So I think Secret were in a comfortable position there, regardless of being still living or not with that team, just because of the fact they have a buyback or two. Worst case scenario, Invoker dies, he has to buy back, you get a kill or two. Maybe you don't even get those kills, but you're never going to lose a rack there if you're Secret. You're always in a very safe, secure position. Yeah,
and our high ground defense is indeed also very, very decent with the heroes they have compared to Imperial. They have Iron Shells, it's not too bad. Again, Imperial again on the side of the Radiant team, Team Secret again, and defensive position. Yeah. Just waiting for Imperial to make their move once more. Just come to me, my baby.
And by the way, for those of you on, you can watch on. I believe they should escape the other channel.
I think so. I think I
so you can watch
own.
with Dota 2 audio there.
Yeah.
Dota TV.
That is Beyond the Summit 2.
So you can get your audio.
Get your audio. If you really want. Baby now.
Interesting build. The Lincoln Octarines, they're defensive in nature. I mean, the Lincoln is the Octarines. Like, I don't even know what to say about this item. I'm not an OD player. I don't know what this item. I can theory craft a bit about it, but it just doesn't seem like an item you'd normally see on an OD. I just get question mark in my head what he's thinking, but he obviously has something in mind with the pickup.
Yeah, must have. Letting all the damage be done by the Ursa and just backing up the Ursa when needed with the big ult.
It's a very short cooldown on the Astral Imprisonment with it, so you can always kind of have that available for the defensive save. Combine that with the Oracle, you've got a lot of defensive tools, and then the life steal is kind of so. It's pretty good when you drop your ultimate if you're doing a lot of damage with it. Suddenly you're really hammering home some good damage output.
Yeah, well, I think they want to try and make it go. There's a lot of teleports coming. Ace already here. Oh, Abyssal Blade as well. This is the for Imperial.
Wow. Well played by Ace to find it back in.
We got it.
508.
508.
Barely ticks over with the Fury swipes. Shaver, you were on point with these predictions.
Well, now the only thing is, they can't do that when they have a double damage rune.
Yeah, you can't surpass 750.
Yeah.
There's only so. The thing is, with Fury Swipes, there's only so many hit points the hero has. So once you get up to like a 500 Fury Swipe, you've hit them so many times that they've got about to die. Like I don't see being that likely to get more than that on a Fury Swipe.
True.
But with the Enrage, you never know. Enrage buffing up that damage output always influence that.
Yeah. Okay. So Team Secret lost Invoker. That's fine. He has buyback as well if needed, which is not. It's not needed. That.
Oh, it's a good pickoff, but it doesn't change the state of the game that much. But for Imperial, it's like let's just get as many items as possible and hope for the best in the late game. That's kind of the plan right now. It's still a winnable game for them. You keep up on farm, even if you have a weaker late game lineup. As long as you keep up on farm, you put yourself in a position where you can win the late game. Because late game just comes down to decision making more so than your lineup strength because of how volatile late game is with buybacks, and when you have all these heroes that are slotted 1 to 6. And again, we're seeing Secret make these mistakes. Imperial find pickoff after pickoff. They're tearing them apart. This is Secret giving Imperial little openings in this game.
It's a slight sign of impatience, yes, since it's you know, we've seen Team Secret basically sitting inside their base for the past 20 minutes or so, waiting for Imperial to make the move.
Even when they had the 8, they got Aegis and they were still kind of sitting back, not doing ultimate up as far as aggressive play goes. So it's looking like a kind of flat and uninspired Team Secret. I think again it goes back to the fact they probably look at their draft and oh yeah, we're fine. We've got this good late game draft. Yeah. How are they going to beat an Invoker late game is probably what they're thinking in their heads. Like Invoker is really good against this draft in general, but that can quickly change. I mean, Ursa can just be bursting him down, can pick up a BKB still, and they've shown an ability to pick off mid one, so positioning is going to be key in these extra fights. And Imperial, they're good to go. They smoke up again. They don't seem to hesitate much with these. I think they just smoke both.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like using a smoke.
Oh, Radiant use scan same time though.
Yeah. They'll scan that immediately, but they're on the other side of the map, so they should be able to finish this one off. I don't like the smoke's just such a precious resource in the late game. Using a smoke for Roche just seems wasteful, but not the end of the world. They still get HG. I just wish they didn't smoke, but they could have just walked in and.
They're okay with taking the fight. They're going in. Baby Knight already linked his pop. BKB on friend. B has got the other side. Goes for Rise. Gets the kill on the Oracle already. Now Juggernaut. Oh. Good fight to get himself out of there. In the meantime, the backhand of the fight. Forev is trying to hold back the Spear Breaker. He's already actually MP. Spinning away. Now Ace getting. Full Snap is there. Thinking about turning around, but his Cold Snap is doing some work. Nice cheese. Now MP has to back up again, and it is Ace just here that is trying to stay alive. Now the rest of the team comes in with a Dark Spear, vacuum there. Baby Knight already used his Sanity to clip to the test of Joe. That will end up dropping in third rather, and P still drops. Took a long time for them to take him down though. Mid one fuels up the OD. The Twilight.
Oh, just clicked it.
Oh, double tap. Bye.
But they said.
He actually had this one.
I just like no shenanigans.
But that was a 3 for 3, and I have to say,
it was very sloppy fight.
Yeah, from both sides.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of kind of misspells and unsurety about whether to go in and what fights they wanted to take.
Yeah.
Ursa kind of got caught out alone, and Secret did a really good job finding the supports very early on, but then they didn't have a good way to deal with OD as well as Ursa. Because they basically just come out on top of that fight purely because of Aegis and Cheese. The OD would have died if he didn't have Aegis. The only reason he doesn't die is because Secret decided not to use spells.
Yeah,
he jumped into 3 or 4 heroes, and Secret could have blown up the Aegis, but they're like, wait a second, this is a bad idea. Let's save our spells for Ursa, who then got the cheese off and managed to survive himself. So, not the ideal fight for either team, but some split push play coming in up top.
Yeah, Forev having a little bit of trouble there, but he wants to go for Noya. He misses the Timber Chain though, and False Promise is also there, so Forev decides that he wants to just get out. In the meantime, the range strikes will still drop. Creeps to the job there. And I think Noya will be okay. Yeah. Another lane, like the full lane Rex down though, and that's actually a pretty decent thing for Team Secret. They can just continue split pushing with one.
And that seems like that's where I look at these heroes and drafts and just like, it feels like Secret should win this game. Not convincingly, like I feel like it could take a while and it may be a slow win, but it's going to take a lot of pickoffs and a lot of great plays for Imperial to win this game. Like for Imperial to win this game, they've got to play amazing jokes. For Secret to win this game, they just have to play fairly decent. Play safe, standard, secure.
Well, that was amazing. Meantime, on the flash as well. Oh, on the curse is up! On goal! He rolls! Ursa will go too! There's no way he's gonna make it out of that.
He's gone.
He's very gone! And the first OD's back alive because he had in ages, but wow.
I fell out of there, and
They
imagine
got to-
Secret will look to buybacks or force another fight there in the very decisive position, having won that fight as convincingly as they did. A great Omni Slash, the cast between two with a two-man Maledict, destroying Imperial.
That shouldn't have been a fight though. Imperial was not, like basically OD was, their attack probably shouted something like, oh help me team, and then all the team comes in one by one and then the positioning is not right, then obviously OD is back alive because he has an Aegis, but then the rest of the team's dead.
It looks like he thought he had a pick off on the OD, so he went aggressive, like chasing after them, like, hey team, come help me out, I found a up on the Aegis, let's play. And the game plan from the start was, let's chase, let's go for kills, let's fuck. So OD's probably just like finally on board, like he's got an Aegis, he's probably like finally like, yeah, I can do this, let's go fight. But his team didn't really have the best follow-up or back up to it. But, the Ursa did a whole lot in that fight because of the way he got chained in that task and got caught by a Maledict. Again, he feels like he needs that defensive item. He can't just play around going pure damage output at this point anymore.
They only got the tower. Yeah, it could have been worse.
Definitely could have been worse. Ursa buyback, I guess. So that's something that Imperial
and
prevent them
Darcy
from
as well.
being prevent them from being aggressive, and also mean if they get picked again, it is actually GG.
Well, speak to the devil. Pick up again. Wheel there. Maybe that's enough to chase Secret out of this one. He pushes himself out. The witch doctor dropped. The cool problem there with the Timbersaw, but I don't think that that matters that much if they get the Timbersaw kill as well. And it looks like Secret is the one on the back. But Secret is the one that. Oh, they're still.
Well, he doesn't want to fight.
Oh, they got ourselves to die back for him.
He's still nearby. He's chasing looking for a fight.
The mid one is still in this as well. Nice EMP. Moves himself up in the air. And Forev is back as well. Ace still gets the kill on the Invoker, but Invoker is back. He's teleporting back into the lane. And he wants to fight this Ace. He has a got full and he's going to use this up lane. Colton up there. They don't have the vision. There's a gem on the ground. Please. Come on.
See him?
Yeah, they see him again now. I think. No,
They're
they don't.
guessing.
Pick up the gem, guys. It's right there.
No one had item slots where he had to drop his boots to travel to pick it up because they didn't have room. He was actually just blind guessing with that Tornado Sunstriker
Oi.
looked like, and slightly off. That was so close to a kill on.
I was gonna say because the tornado and the ice ball looked like they were aimed.
I mean, these players have a sixth sense for like knowing enemies.
Yeah.
That's why they're 8K, 9K and pros, and we're just sitting at home like, oh yeah, you can see him, right? No, he blindly guessed that.
But that fight, there was a buyback from the Invoker. There was a buyback for the Timbersaw. Is that worth it, Team Secret? Because they didn't get anything on the back of it other than they didn't even get the Ursa. They can't even push high ground.
In the end, it's not worth it. At the time, you're thinking, let's do this because if you kill the Ursa, you can win the game.
Yeah.
Because you know he's got no buyback. You also know you can then kill the Ursa, push mid, and force the OD to buy back, and then OD's fighting without the Ursa alive. So it's at the time it feels like a good plan because you know Ursa doesn't have the best ability to fight after that initial outburst, but the late game Silver Edge, the invis just proven to be a bit too much. There was like one Radiant Center in the neighborhood that gave kind of some hints as where it was, but it was just too far to the north. Once you got below it, it was out of range, and at that point they were just guessing where to throw spells.
Yeah, and that almost got him, but unfortunately, mid one, not able to do. A tongue strike could have been it. Could have been a moment of glory. They'll try again though. I mean, they still. I feel like they should be more careful now that the Timbersaw and the Invoker back because now it goes both ways. If they lose a fight, then Imperial can get very far ahead because there would be no backs on Team Secret.
Absolutely. Secret have a better job of these pushing out these lanes, so between their three cores, all three of them can push lanes pretty well. which means even like normally Invoker, if he's getting picked off, he's getting picked off very deep lane because he's split pushing aggressively. Well, that's a big drop in the network lead.
Yeah, but at the same time, 4K at 51 minutes is not that much.
Yeah, it's more the fact that it's gone 6K back Imperial's way after those buybacks, but Hero got. So Ace did go. He went for the Ags. I talked to the Ags or the BKB. It was going to be one of those two. He needed something defensive, and Ags allows you to activate during a stun, and also just has a shorter cooldown, so you can use it more often. And you can see how long he's staying alive in these fights, and these fights are dragging out. Having the Ags means he might get multiple enrages off in a given team fight.
Both going for team secret. They draw on the minimap. Want to go for Baby Knight. Baby Knight had a cavalry
buyback too, so it's not like a game-winning pick or anything like that. But not to say killing an OD always good, but make sure you don't get caught on the retreat with an OD buyback.
There we go. It's already broken. We're jumping in next, but there's already a split up and then Juggernaut from the Ursa. Coming. Oh, the Witch Doctor with a combination with the Deafening Blast and a Meteor. Ursa not able to do anything. This cold snap is wrecking him. Thank you, Oracle, saving Ace for the moment as Ryze himself has to be careful. So far as Juggernaut and Spearbreaker have died in this fight.
I love Ace. I'm surprised he heals himself. Ace was actually quite low after the from.
Yeah, they find themselves dark. The Sunstrike doesn't hit, but it doesn't matter. They get the kill regardless. 2 for 1. Not a very favorable trade, but
it's like an even-ish trade, I guess. You're killing a carry for an off-laner and a support. I mean, it's not too game-changing. Okay.
At the same time, you're not going to be able. If you're Imperial, you're not going to be able to force out a buyback.
Yep.
And you're not gonna do any pressure put on any of the lanes.
They need to find those big like Invoker type pickoffs at this stage if they want to be able to make something happen.
Well, maybe they can find Baby Knight, but not
needs
today.
a Hex Baby Knight. I think if they Hex, it gets a lot easier for them. And he's got a lot of items, some unconventional ones with the Octarine for in the mix.
Let's see.
But I mean, that fight for Imperial came down to like they threw everything on the Jugs, making sure they killed him before Omnislash could come out, and then they just didn't have anything for the Timbersaw and the Invoker, and the Witch Doctor, his Death Ward doing a good amount of damage as well.
So who's at? It's still so
it's
even.
It's still very again. It's not about older experience. It's still just slightly Seek favored just because of the hero composition, but it's late game Dota. You know, when a death from Invoker could just be Seeker have lost the game. That's a Witch Doctor without buyback. But that fight actually, you have to do with Cast. Cast could be winning fights.
Yeah, no cast right now. Apparently, Spearbreaker's having a little bit of an issue there too. Again with this power distraction, so it's 4 for 3 right now. That is actually Oracle already dead. Oh my god! MP is just wrecking everybody right now. He's just chasing down everybody. He's just 1 by 1. Now it's Ace here, and Ace is just getting tired. He's not able to do anything whatsoever. And the last one alive, it is Baby Knight. He's trying to go for 1, but now realizes that he is the last one alive. Tries to blink himself away and teleport out. Can he do it? Yes, he can. But he's by himself.
Really? Yeah, that's news. Ursa does have buyback again.
Yes, that's Darkseer?
Darkseer, yeah. So they bought enough time before they decide to fight that buyback coming back up. I don't think they use it just to control Shan. I think that's just something you accept. It's going to be in the hands of Secret. Secret themselves, their buyback's about to come back up on both and the Timbersaw, but those teams will be having multiple lives, Aegis' Cheese coming into play as well. Where they go, it looks like item was dropped by the Jug to pick up the Aegis.
Gems everywhere. How many gems are there? 3? 2? 2.
Couple of those, one of them, I think both teams had one, and then there was some drop. So, so he drops 2, and then he's picking up the piece. Okay. You're gonna make sure you have a gem. You're versing. Okay, he's sparing all the items out of the.
Sorry, I'm
slightly
preoccupied with looking at what Poppy is gathering.
He is a human curious. Okay, that's it. I'm glad he's carrying a gem, because if he opted for like a greedier item, like I guess a cheese or something over it, I would be disappointed, because you need a gem against the Earth. If you let him just run around fights and survive because of the silver egg,
Pilot Eye is one with cheese at the moment. So he's jumping in right on the Pilot Eye. He might need that cheese sooner than he was thinking. cold snap. He needs the BKB or something. He's getting it now. He's getting back really well. He can't do anything. He's getting charged by some time. But again, I'll get off the feet. It is OD that is making stuff happen. Yeah, he's already got the Ogre, already got the Timber Saw. Now cheers to MP. His DB is about to run out, but he has to be careful because this OD is quite hard. Nice charge, yeah, cast, bouncing through again, helping out a lot. The Omni side finally there.
Oh, but he saved the Spirit Breaker.
Yep.
And broke the Aegis. This is not different.
Not going well at all. They have only 2 people left alive, and one of them is Juggernaut that just respawned from having the Aegis mid-1. BKBs gets himself in this, gets himself out, MP. Not sure if he can be, so
he's just dead.
he's dead.
Yeah.
He's very
No
dead.
escape for him. The Yoke has lots of escape tools, but if they can push out these lanes, it is problematic. You end up losing at some point. It doesn't really matter too much. They've lost their tier 3 towers, but they win a big team fight compared to the map.
Hello.
That's what Invoker do. You TP back, you scramble to defend your lanes, and someone caught alone, and Invoker's like that.
Hey, that's a stray. I'll take that one home.
Yeah, level 25 Invoker bag. You know that guy's gonna get stuff done.
Yeah, showing why it's also one of the signature heroes.
Needs to be careful. He could get solo kills as well if he's not careful.
Okay, well, all the tier 3 towers are down. 1 tier 4 towers left standing.
He doesn't see the Dark. He ran to the lane. He had the lane ward, so he's gonna go searching now, perhaps. Hex is gonna be the next item for Darkseer, so wanting to have that extra lockdown and disable.
Well, Imperial, unfortunately, even though they had a massive fight going their way, they can't take anything off the back of it.
It's really been like a story this game. Yeah, they kill a key hero or 2, and then they like, oh, we can't really do much. But right now, it's still anyone's game. It's still like that slight secret advantage just because of the late game Invoker factor. But I think if you see that last fight, it's very obvious now that Ursa needs a BKB. That's got to be his last item slot. Replace the Vlads, get a BKB. Because even with the shot put on the Enrage and being able to Enrage off disables, you can save the Cold Snap and then Cold Snap him after Enrages. Yeah, he takes no damage, but he also deals no damage during Enrage. So as long as you prevent Ursa from killing you, eventually the Enrage will wear off and then you can kill him. So I think BKB is just a necessity for Ursa at this point in the game.
Well, we got a bit of advice.
For Doctor, yeah. Again, it's all about being able to kill the Invoker. They need to find some way to break the Lincolns and then hex him and bring him down as fast as possible. The save on Secret side is not great. They don't have an Astral or a False Promise. It's a hero who have all the saves.
They find the Timber Saw. Perez gets forced up into safety, uses himself up, could be okay for the moment. BKBs are on Hexago and he's gonna draw MP. He's targeting Hexago. This Dark here is gonna be very sad with this newly found side of ice. He's just gonna drop all of the as advertised. MP, not gonna on the slash anymore, gets Astral as well. It is for F and his case is now Rise, and I don't think there's gonna be anything to do with that one.
Somehow Darkseer survived.
He did survive.
Giving him that extra bit of heal. He may have used it during the False Promise. Even if he doesn't, you get the bonus HP regen when you're below a certain threshold of HP. So
which he probably was.
Enough and yeah, saved his life, but OD now gonna have to buy back, it looks like. Timbersaw, he got back again, somehow he's fallen very fast, so his buyback was used for a big fight.
He did nice tornado, mid-1, has to reposition himself to get those spells off. Nice stun off, again, this OD is not even gonna be able to get his BKB on. He might need to put his BKB on right now. Oh my god, can he use his
Save for a subsequent fight, but they've lost Ursa without a buyback.
They lost Ursa, no buyback, and that is going to be 2 lanes of Rex.
They fought so well, they fought so hard, but it's one of the things where it felt like for a long time, like, oh yeah, surely Secret's going to win this game. Like, he's got this late game with Vodka, Ursa's not going to scale the late game. Imperial's draft isn't good in just game. They shouldn't be able to win this game late, but they kept showing signs that they can find kills. They look really promising with the Ursa finding pickoffs, with the OD catching up. It just wasn't quite enough. 4 for 4, Shiver. Look at you go.
Yeah, 4 for 4. We're doing good. It's a sad thing that you can't get anything in return for it, but, you know, it's a thought that counts.